Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So, I don't think I need to tell you that the stock market and the crypto markets both just took a dive right off the cliff. Just but but there's a difference, right? Can crypto go lower? The answer is yes. But let's get into some news first, because as we get into the news, you'll see why I'm starting to think that, I have other thoughts. Celsius, big DeFi player, yeah, dropped 50% and they're done. They're done. In my opinion, they're done. They're done. We'll dig into that in a minute. Ethereum hit a second snag. That's definitely going to, slow them down with regard to the merge. But I'm happy about that. We'll get into that one. JPMorgan. Now I want you to just to take this in. JPMorgan has major DeFi plans, and they announced it during consensus. Okay? So we'll dig into that one too, because it's a very, very, very big deal. Litecoin, with everything that's going on, probably nobody paid attention to it. But Litecoin got dropped like a hot rock by Binance, and it tumbled another 12% plus. I will say that it went unnoticed. Why? Because everybody plummeted. Everybody, everything. Just like that, everything. Then BlockFi and Crypto.com, 20% and 5% of their respective staffs toast. Again, try to grow too fast, hire too quickly, don't need all those people to begin with, and you got ahead of your skis, and not so good. But let's get into Celsius. Not only did Celsius, let's just say it, they crapped out, right? Here comes Nexo. We'll buy your remaining assets. That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold. They are also a crypto lender. When I think about this, I sit there and I just kind of go, yeah, I would need to get deeply into what your assets are and how safe are my assets. Remember, when you do DeFi, they're not really your assets anymore. You've loaned them to somebody who can default on the loan. See where this is going? Okay, you know where this is going. So if I were you, if I have anything in DeFi, I might not be a part of that, that whole TVL thing, right? The whole total value locked. I might not be in there. I might not be in those pools. But not to say that there aren't good projects out there, not to say that Nexo is not a good project and doing what they need to do, but I want to see how the dust settles. I really want to see how the dust settles, right? Because you've got Coinbase, BlockFi, and Crypto.com all laying people off like that. Coinbase, of course, didn't do it in a cool way, but we'll let that go. I'm finally going to let it go. Maybe. But that's a pretty bold move. Then you have Ethereum hitting another snag. So they hit the first one. Okay, we might not do this until November. And then they hit the second one, and looking like November, could be, a reality, right? Or later. But for me, everybody's going, well, why are you happy? I'm happy because I was able to DCA and get some more Ethereum. I mean, I want you to stop and think about this. Ethereum has crazy utility. Ethereum now is not just a coin. It's an infrastructure piece. Ethereum is now a part of the connective tissue. There aren't that many projects that are doing useful things that aren't on Ethereum. Smart contracts, just a whole bunch of stuff. So when I look at it, I sit there and I just kind of go, yeah, I'm going to buy in. I'm going to buy in. Even Crypto.com, their coin is based on ERC20. Just saying. Right? So I'm buying in on Ethereum because I think Ethereum has serious longevity. I think there are going to be a number of coins that will survive going forward, and clearly Ethereum is going to be the number 2 to Bitcoin's number 1. Clearly, I have yet to see another coin that's been able to step up and challenge Ethereum for that title. And I think it'll be a while before we do. Now, when I think about the DeFi space, I keep saying, the DeFi space has failed. I'm not going to be in it. Haven't been in it, to a discernible amount. But I still believe that it has a place. And I also believe that, sooner or later I'll be involved in DeFi. Just not now. Not now, not in the foreseeable future. But JPMorgan and their Onyx Digital Assets arm is out there saying, hey, we've got something. So even though Celsius has crashed and burned, like I said, I just don't see them coming back from this. And just as a side note, what's this guy's name? Let me look at my notes just so I can be sure. Michael Hsu, the head of the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, issued a statement. Oh, you should be careful. Dude, you issued the statement weeks after a stablecoin crash? Are you serious? Are you for real? Dude, go back to your office, sit down for a little while and think about that. Everybody's great at telling you you should be careful after shit hits the fan. Where were you before shit hit the fan? What were you saying before then? What were you doing before then? Did you reach out to the CFTC and say, hey guys, let's get this in line. Let's really step this up. Let's, get this all settled with the SEC and see who takes over, and let's get this done. No. I'm tired of all these people who say they know so much coming in long after the fact having something to say. Starling Bank CEO yapping about how crypto is bad, and I'm just like, but you're backed by Goldman Sachs, who is, yeah, all about some crypto. So I'm just saying, pay attention to where you're getting your news from. When you do your research, pay attention to the naysayers as well as the fanboys and fangirls, right? You want to take in all sides of information so you can actually make and come to your own conclusion. But enough about that. I'm good. I just had to chime in on that one because I saw it and it blipped and I was like, what is this guy doing? But okay, cool. Now, Litecoin. I'm looking at Litecoin and I just go, wow, that's amazing that Litecoin is getting dropped all over the place. When the world's largest exchange drops you, that's saying something. Now, I want you to take this in for a second. It's not that I don't like Litecoin. I'm just saying what's happened, right? But notice who's dropping Litecoin. Litecoin's being dropped by centralized exchanges. Okay? Do your own research, but just remember that Litecoin's being dropped by centralized exchanges. I'll be concerned when decentralized exchanges start dropping Litecoin. I believe Litecoin has a place. We'll see what that winds up being, and if it winds up being. But that's my thinking about it. Looking at BlockFi, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and the rest of the companies out there that are laying people off. Yeah, you hired too fast. You didn't pay attention to what happened during the dot-com bust. What made it the dot-com bust? Everybody was hiring too fast. Everybody was moving at light speed. It's okay to go a little bit slow. It's okay to be sure. You don't want to flare up and then poof, you're gone. I was watching CNBC today, and there was a company that literally just went IPO a year ago, Electric Signal or something like that. I forgot who it was, but they just went IPO a year ago, and they're filing for bankruptcy today. I'd rather you be sure-footed back to Ethereum. I'd rather you be sure-footed in how you're moving. Ethereum found two reasons, or it found two stumbling blocks that would help them not achieve their August goal. But you know what? That team found two reasons. That means they're doing their job. That means they're doing what they need to do to succeed. That's how I read it, and that's why I doubled down and bought more Ethereum. I will be buying more. I'm waiting because I want to see what happens with the Fed, and if they raise rates by 50 basis points, or now what they've said today, a possibility of 75 basis points. If they don't do 70, I hope they don't, by the way. I hope they do 50 this time and 75 next time, right? Stick to your word. Signal 75. Let the world know that, hey, we see that things aren't going great, but we're not going to have knee-jerk reactions take over. That's what I hope happens. So I'm going to wait. I might get a little bit more, a little something, right? And the reason why is because if I do, that's what DCA is for. But I'm thinking Wednesday we'll get numbers. The stock market will probably take a small hit before it comes to its senses and recovers. I think the crypto market will also stagger and come to its senses. Why? Because this is not the stock market. It's 24/7, 365, 366 in leap year, right? Stock market, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. So I'm waiting to see what else can happen. But that's my strategy, and I've already got my DCA plans in place. Do your own research, DYOR, so you can grow your bag. All right? Let's get into the numbers real quick because it's pretty interesting today. So, looking at the numbers, you can see, who's been down. Celsius Network. Just saying those. And this is just in the past 24 hours. Another 29%. Okay. So as you go down the list, you have Aave, Link. I'm not really paying attention to. Let's see. Is there anybody else over here? ApeCoin, interesting, 21%. Big hit. The reason why I'm paying attention to this is because depending on who's on the not so good side, depending on that coin, they could wind up on the good side later on. Obviously, look at this. The list is long in terms of losers. When you hit negative numbers on your top 25, you've got a list of losers on the other side, and the list is long. Okay? So, but just looking at this, I'm kind of like, all right, well, everybody has gone down, and you'll see, on other things that everybody's gone down. Tether's kind of stayed where it's at. Little off the peg, but, split penny off the peg. You're on peg. Is there anything else over here? Nope. Good. Now, the fear and greed index at 11. Yeah, I'm expecting it to drop some more, though. That's what I'm expecting. But that's all right. Then you've got DeFi Llama. Let's just refresh this to see where they're at. 83 billion. Okay. But you can see there was a precipitous fall right there. But it's still at 83 billion. So when JPMorgan gets in, JPMorgan is talking about, what is it? Tokenizing different collateral. So, collateral. Wow. Tokenizing U.S. Treasuries, money market fund shares, all of that being made open for DeFi pools. Now imagine. Now my only question is going to be, how is that DeFi? I just want to pay attention to that, see how they're doing it, and all that other good stuff. Just remember that, when you're involved, that's there. It becomes, you're giving them your coin, and they're holding your coin until, you cash out. The chance of JPMorgan getting into that space and having a Celsius event, I think it's possible. It's absolutely possible. but I don't think it's going to happen real quick, right? BTC down in the 22s. Now, if you notice, the top one right here is Bitcoin. The bottom one is Ethereum. Okay. Now, I have them both there just because I wanted to see what was going on. But what you'll really notice is I kept my bands right here, and the reason why is because I want you to see how far it's fallen. Just look at this. All right, look how far it's fallen. So when you look at these numbers and how far these things have fallen, this is Bitcoin right here. When you look to see how much it crashed through my bottom line, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to be shocked if I wake up and see 19,000 somewhere. And you know what I'll do? I will buy in. That's what I'll do. That's what my kids will do. That's what we're doing. We'll be buying in. That's the whole DCA plan. But right now I'm thinking, okay, you know what? It's on crazy sale now. I'm going to buy it. And that's what we did. If you want to see in the big chart, let it refresh. You see this at 1188. Yeah, I'm going to DCA in a little while. Bam, 1188.33. That's no joke right there. Let me just print that screen. That's a no joke number. So when I look at that, I'm kind of sitting here going, yeah, there's a reason to get in. I mean, everything is on sale right now. Like a crazy sale. Crazy sale. Right? I was also paying attention to Coinbase. Coinbase took a major tumble today. Now, I have certain things certain things on Coinbase. You want to know what I did? Except for a few $100s, everything I had on Coinbase is now in a non-custodial wallet. Why? Because Coinbase seems to be making bad decisions. Bad decisions can lead to bad things. So I literally just moved everything off. Well, just about everything off. I think I have less than $1,000, on Coinbase right now. And I had a lot of money on Coinbase. And I'm just like, yep, nope, all done. So if I need Coinbase or another, centralized exchange to purchase a specific coin that I'm interested in, sure, fine, I'll get it, and then I'm moving it. But when I was looking at prices today, centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges are not so far off in the fees that you're getting charged. So things are narrowing. Things are definitely narrowing. If you look at this on a list, let's just refresh this just to make sure, just so you can see everything. All right, there you go. So 1192. So you're still in 11s with Ethereum. Yeah, I'm buying in. I'm buying in big. But I'm buying in bits and pieces over time. Right? Because I know that these things are going to go back up. There's too much money, backing it. And you have too many whales purchasing coin right now. Pay attention to that, because that means things aren't so bad. That's what that means. All right. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you're having a great day. Do me a favor. If you like what I'm doing, like the information I'm giving you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I will absolutely try to answer each one that I come across. If there's a bot in there and I happen to notice that, I will definitely kick them off, because I don't have time to chase after everything, but that's what me and my team has been doing. But definitely, I love doing it. Just let me know if I'm doing a good job or not. Somebody let me know that my sound sucked. New microphone. But I get tapped by people that I never thought were listening, and they're asking me questions. Oh yeah, I saw your video, and I'm like, wow, more people are seeing my video, and that's really good. And they're asking me questions. I don't want to just have to bump into you to get the questions. Drop them in the comments. All right, I'll do the research. I got no problem with that. All right. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.